Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome. And thank you guys for joining us once again. We love it. We love it. We love the support. We love the encouragement that you give us. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope everyone had a great weekend. This is what? Hump Day. So I hope everyone had a great weekend. My weekend, you hear all this congestion in me. I am allergic to the winter. I said it. I'm allergic to winter. Cold weather, we just don't agree. We just don't agree. It's okay. So, if any of my friends and family still living out there, by time winter is over with, you ain't seeing me no more. I ain't coming. It's just that simple. But anyway, thank you guys again for joining us. Let me introduce our co-host because he's going to be doing some of the talking, maybe most of the talking. But Gerald Anderson himself,
I
who
can
lives
tell
in
you
the
sick.
winter weather, and I will never go and see him ever because it's too cold. Because
Yeah,
I'm
I
allergic.
can tell you sick. Definitely tell you sick. Where's all the hype at? Come on.
Man, she not here right now. She not here. You'll see
Yeah.
her next show because right now she not here. Because our man up north is
That
no
was
joke.
it was only a
It's not
little
for the
cold.
weary.
It was only a little cold.
Man, it's not for the weary. I'm sensitive.
All right, all right.
All right, but we have another fabulous show, of course. And we're excited about this. We're excited about all our shows. I mean, it is what it is. You know, we enjoy what we do, and it's kind of obvious that we do because we have such great guests. So it is. See, there it is. There it is. That ain't cute. It's just not cute. I can't be doing that.
Well, at least you got a red hat on.
Well, I mean, this is not, I'm not feeling this at all. But anyway, fabulous show. We have a chef, a young chef, and I'm excited about her because, I wait till we get there because she's just fabulous. And who else we have? We have Mr. Underwood himself. So you want to say,
He goes
because I'm getting
to
ready to cough.
Revealing Truth Ministries Church, which I've been to a couple of times down in Tampa, Florida. So I understand he's a DJ. Has an all-star band, marching community all-star band in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So he's into music, which I'm into music, so always the musicians. And then we got Derek Holmes, who played in my movie Standing Firm. So he's done
Oh, that's
some
where I
tremendous
remember
stuff.
him from.
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
you remember him from. But
Okay.
he's done some tremendous stuff since the movie, and you definitely want to bring him on, talk about that, see what kind of things he's been out there doing. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. And well, I guess we'll get to that because we have some shout outs and we have, our favorite person, Buff Patterson, Buffy, the vampire slayer.
In the house, but
Because
outdoors.
she always late. The buzzer beater.
It's all right. Let's
But
bring Buff on.
we have our positive media moment with Buff Patterson. So we're gonna play that now, right, Joe?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it.
Buff Patterson in the house.
Hey, first of all,
Outdoors.
this is Buffy's positive media moment and life's positive media moment. But I just want to say, first of all, my daughter just had a baby. What? 10 pounds, 4.2 ounces. Yes. 100% girl. I'm so excited about that. I'm out here in gloomy Southern California. Approximately 62 degrees out here. So, Tina, we're going to welcome you here because I'm all about that
Not the cold.
cool cool weather. But today I'm excited. Let me tell you why. Because this is a feel good story coming out of Chicago. And this story is about a woman that was a real estate agent. Her name is Candace Payne. And at this time, Chicago was having one of the coldest vortexes ever, like ever. And she it was so cold that she had actually sent her employees home. But she was thinking, it's cold out here for my people, but what about people that don't have a home?
Mm-hmm.
And so she had heard that it was like 30 people or so got kicked out of their encampment because they had propane tanks. And you can't have a propane tank in an encampment. So she went and found a hotel. There's only one hotel in the whole city of the south side of Chicago that would house these people. And she charged their whole stay on her American Express. And the city was, can you imagine that? Like on your American Express, this is, I mean, my American Express, we were like, we can't afford.
Well, my credit is not picking like that, but I commend her.
So, and then she was going through other city doing this, and they were like, who is this benefactor? Well, they found out it was Candace Payne, and Walmart gave her $50,000. She started a GoFundMe, Action with a Cause. She has been on Steve Harvey's show, Ellen DeGeneres' show. She is a household name in Chicago. She's still going strong, helping the homeless. And I want to say every person that it started with her just saying, hey, how can I help my fellow person? I just want to commend Candace for taking a personal responsibility for her community.
Yeah, and not only that, she got good credit. Like who
and she
that?
got good credit. They wouldn't. They might be like, oh, Buff, you might need another card. This card right here, no.
But I think that is so awesome because that's just another method or entity of just thinking outside of yourself. Because some of us we need to think of others and not think of ourselves so much and just lend a hand, because one hand helps the other wash the face,
But
so it's like
thinking. She wasn't even the cool thing. She wasn't even thinking how this is going to get out. She did a selfless act in order to help some other people. She actually ended up saving or putting up over 138 people, but it became so viral that the Salvation Army stepped in. The city stepped in. So that one little act, it spurned a huge city effort to help their homeless, especially during the winter months.
I love that. I love that story. That's a good one, Buff. Good
Thank
job.
You, Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you.
You're welcome. I do good sometime, huh?
What's that? Wayne's World.
It's my
California rain.
California rain.
But yeah, that's a good story. I like that. I like that a lot. So
all right,
we gotta help each other. We gotta be here for each other. But go take care of that grandbaby.
Yes, I'm on duty.
She had a 10-pound baby.
I'm on duty.
Can't walk right now.
Yes, she will be walking next week. That's what we do.
There, she a true
girl.
All right. That'll be the next story.
Yes, she walked at 2 weeks old. She's actually a week old.
Good job. Right. Good job.
Congratulations, Buff, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you next time.
All right, darling.
All right.
That's cool. Oh, my dog barking again. She just gets so feisty.
The dog trying to fill in for you.
That's so awesome. I think that's just so cool. I love stories like that.
Yeah.
So
so Antaun Underwood is our first guest, and I'm reading a little short bio about Antwaun. So Antaun Underwood Sr. is the founder of the Mighty Marching Community All-Star Band in Tampa, Florida, with youth 7 to 18 years of age. He's also a DJ and the owner of Soundwood Music LLC, and he's the operations director of Revealing Truth Ministries. So welcome Antaun Underwood to the stage. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Glad to be here.
I also understand that you're a deacon, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, deacon. Got a deacon in the house. Deacon Underwood. Yeah. So we down a half a person tonight, so with that cold. You know, she couldn't handle that northern weather we got up here. So,
Man, I'm telling you, Deacon, pray for me.
I definitely will.
Thank you.
all right.
Won't he do it?
All right, so why don't you start out by telling us a little bit about yourself, other than what I just read on the bio?
Well, I love music. I love teaching young people music. That's my passion. I moved to Tampa in 2006. Thought I was moving here to start something big for the state of Florida. Ended up being a scam. Hey, but I'm here now, right? You know, first day
Yep.
moving here, I was homeless. Spent all my money trying to get an apartment that was promised. You know, and God gave me a vision one day to start a band. You know, I was working at Walgreens. And he gave me a vision. I didn't know how to do it, so I found me a church home at Revealing Truth Ministries. I met with the pastor and shared the vision with him, and we started in 2007, July 14th, 2007. Started with 7 kids and 1 instrument that happened to be a
Oh, wow.
saxophone and a bunch of drumsticks. And man, God just took that vision and just grew. We were able to grow the band. The band has played for like President Barack Obama. They've played for different. Tampa Bay Storm, Tampa Bay Rays, Judge Hatchett. We've done a lot of impact in the community, and all of our students that's marching our band are not from the church. They're from the community, and that's why we're a community all-star band. And the vision behind that was just give kids hope and inspiration. And so band is how we get them in, but we teach them life principles. We teach them things that's going to help them grow in life as a citizen and also a productive young person to what is your passion, and help them redirect them to that passion. And we just provide those steps to make a positive impact on the child's life.
See,
Okay.
and that's so commendable. It's like every time I hear about, individuals, pretty much adults, just shifting the youth to think a certain way or think in a different direction. I take my hat off to you guys, because changing the mind of how the youth thinks now can be a bit challenging. So how did you convince these, 7 to 18-year-olds? How did you convince them that, come with me, join me, like this is good?
It started with leadership. It started with having leadership in place. I believe in letting each child know you are a leader, regardless of where you at, and whatever social esteem you're in school, you're a leader, and somebody's looking up to you. And we have an internal mentorship. The little kid looks to the elementary kid looks to the middle school kid, who looks to the high school kid, who looks to the college kid, and they're learning something from you. And I always tell them, what legacy are you leaving for them? What legacy are you living? 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what are they going to say about what you did or what you said? And it's a very unique way, and only God can do it, to teach elementary kids to play with high school kids. And folks be like, oh man, it's just a little kiddie band. No, it's not. These kids, we went to the Bahamas. We've taken to the Bahamas, which we're looking forward to going back to the Bahamas to make an impact over there, marching down one of the most notorious streets in the Bahamas called Kent Road. And it's amazing when you get the kids in there. When they put their uniform on, it changes their whole life. It's providing them a family. Most of these kids come in, from different backgrounds, and I have a standard that you don't come in here wearing your Nike. Don't come in here wearing your nice clothes. Come in here with a white t-shirt on, black shorts, tennis shoes. Why? Because we don't want kids saying, well, I can't afford that. Because then guess what? That's called a distraction to the atmosphere we're trying to create for you. That's going to make impact. And so we want to make sure that we are setting a standard for them, not only just for our band, but in life, not to look at the next person saying, man, I got to go get what they got. No, what's for them may not be for you. And so we train them to understand that, hey, because you're 7 years old, you can compete, you can learn just like this 18-year-old. And we want to create a funnel system to keep the arts in the schools. And we're just one component, and that's one thing we've developed over the years. We've sent kids off to college. We have college band directors reach out to us, want to audition our kids. Over the years, we've given out $320,000 in scholarships to students who go to school. And I'm so proud and honored to have 2 of my students that marched in my band program. They are now teaching school in Hillsborough County schools right now. So that legacy continues to grow and continue to impact at their school. I have a high school band director and also a middle school band director who marched in our program when they was in high school. And so that's just a testament of the legacy that we're trying to prepare and leave for these young people.
All
I
right.
absolutely love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's a great. That's great. Do you play an instrument yourself?
Yeah, my principal horn is French horn, and I play
Okay.
trumpet. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
So
gonna say, don't you say the flute, because I heard some.
Yeah,
But no, that's cool.
we're learning, we're moving forward, and just trying to create an atmosphere where kids can come and feel community. They can come and feel loved, and come and get inspiration. And we want to continue that. We have performances upcoming Saturday, ACC. We perform in parades and stuff and different things like that. But we're just trying to create. Pastor Greg Poe, late Pastor Greg Poe, my pastor, he said that when them kids put their uniform on, they changed their life. And he said, we're the best dressed street game in Tampa, Florida. And so when the kids say that, they come in one way, put their uniform on, it changed it. And God gave me this phrase, focus on the mission, not the condition. Because so many times we can
Now
focus
that's
on
good. I
the
like that.
condition of things and trying to fix the condition instead of allowing them to see the mission that they're on, which will eventually change the condition of their homes and their schools. And so he gave me that phrase. We was in the Bahamas. It was like a 98-degree weather. We have 14-ounce DAC wool uniforms on, and the kids just got performing in Rawson Square. And the sun was out. It was beaming the kids like, Miss Underwood, I don't know if we're going to make it. Like, no, this is our first performance. I remember looking up to the sky, and God was like, focus on the mission, not the condition.
Right.
And we've been
I like
coining that phrase for years, and that's a phrase that God's given me. It even helped in my own personal life. It helped adults out when they hear it. It's just something that we got to focus on, because that will continue to, when you're down, you don't want to do anything. When you don't want to pray, you don't want to, God's having you to help somebody else. Man, my condition, I don't want to help them, things going around me, but focus on the mission, not the condition. And that's going to really help change your life.
You know, do it.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah. So what kind of challenges did you face? You say you started it with one instrument and some drumsticks. So
man, that was,
go out and get some instruments. So what kind of challenges?
That was the biggest thing. Pastor Post said, hey, bring your old instruments in your attics and stuff. And most of them instruments was, man, we couldn't use them instruments. But over time, we had sponsorships. We did different things. We bought the uniforms debt-free. And we had local schools that helped us out, allowing us to borrow instruments, allowing us to use their music stands that we partner with, and sending their students over to us too as well, because we go year round. So we're constantly training, where you have a marching band that may go from August to November, then they done until next year. And band directors were like, hey man, how can we keep my kids going? Because I'm having to reteach them every single time they come back to the school summer camp. And so we're just that buffer between to keep them going, keep them motivated. They can learn leadership skills. And so you may have a child that may come in that don't know how to play anything versus a child who's been playing all these years, that have a nasty attitude. And so we learn how to just work on the person with the attitude, but then teach this young person who wants to learn music, who don't know anything about music, but learn it and grow that passion and that development inside them to where they're not going to join their middle school band, their high school band. And so we're like a feeder system to the school system of teaching them leadership principles, teaching them music, teaching them these things that's going to help that band program grow even further than what that band could even do on a 7-day period.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So Deacon, how did you know that this was your mission? Like, what is your story? Why are you so passionate about these chillins? Like, they not yours. Like, why?
My dad always bought me Casios for Christmas. No football, no nothing. And so as a young person, I'm like, man, why you buy me no football? You brought my brother football. He kept putting music before me. He played in a band called Alpaca Phase 3. And so my dad used to sit me down in the living room playing the 45s and the records and listening to Chicago and things. So I developed a passion for music at an early age. I joined the band in 3rd grade, playing French horn, and in high school, I was the student director in high school, went off to college, Alabama State University, Miles College. And so I just kept going to where I was in front of the band, directing the band. I didn't have a degree. And so I was always seeing myself in an assistant position, like helping somebody out. And so when I moved to Florida, I didn't have a degree. But through God, I've done more than what a person would go to school for 5 years to learn as music, and have more experience in that. I'm not boasting, but I thank God he took me through that transition that way so I can appreciate where I am now to give back. And I won't be selfish enough to not give back to these young people. And
Yeah,
so
staying grateful.
I went to Full Sail University because I like audio production. I'm a graduate from Full Sail University. And so now I share my story because it started at a young age. It could have went left. I could have went to technology, which I
Hmm.
love technology, but I stayed with it. And now by me being committed to that, God has been faithful in my life to continue to give me a mission like this to help people. So I'm
I love
excited, and
it.
I just love Saturday morning, waking up early in the morning. Um, Coming to band prior to seeing the kids come. They bringing their friends. Hey man, come join the band where I'm at. And it's like a tool that we're using to grow and grow and grow. So I'm just truly grateful for what we get to do.
Yeah,
Right.
that says a lot when you want to wake up to somebody else's kids on a Saturday morning. That says a lot, people. That says a lot.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
I take my hat off to you. So,
And it
Thank
sounds like
you.
you got a good system. If the kids are bringing in their friends, it keeps the band
yes.
growing. Because once they start liking it and they start bringing their friends in there, it's like it just keeps going and going for you. So that's a good system that you
Yeah,
got.
yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, have you guys done any parades like Martin Luther King parade? Like we getting ready to head into Black History Month. So, like, do you guys play in or contribute to that in any way in the
We have
community? Your band? Uh-huh.
we definitely do a lot of different things in the community parades. We've done the Gasparilla parade. We've done MLK parades, and so we're now in our most busiest time of the season of the band. We have a lot of different things going for us, and as we get more kids in, the marching band season is done at school, so we have more kids coming in as joining us, and so it's a constant thing that we want to keep before the kids. And one of our missions too is exposure. Some of these kids never been exposed to anything, right on this
Oh,
bus or
yes.
anything. And so we're providing that atmosphere for they can be exposed to different things that's going to help them in life. So it's awesome. We're looking forward to doing parades and different Black History programs as we
Hmm.
get invited to. But yes, we do a lot in the community. That's our number one mission is giving back to the community, letting them go back. And it's a good thing when their family sees them in that uniform. Like, man, I didn't even know that. He have an attitude problem, but now he put a uniform on. He's yes, ma'am, no, sir.
Oh,
That they so respectful. How do you get them to do that? I don't. It just motivation and showing them the right way.
mhm.
You may not see it now, but over time, that child will change. Their life has changed.
I
Right.
absolutely love that.
Okay.
Love it.
We got a question for you from Renata Smith. What are your future
Hey,
goals for
Ronaldo.
MML? And
The future
I'm not
goals,
sure what MML is. So.
the
Martin
mighty
Luther King.
martial lines.
I mean,
Oh,
Martin.
okay.
Our future goal is to continue to grow. We want to have at least 150 strong by the end of the year. Right now, we're about 85, 86 students in the
Oh,
band. And
wow.
so we want to continue to recruit. That number can
Mhm.
grow, but we want to continue to do more. And we want to provide opportunity where we can put the show on the road, more. We want to make sure that we are the show when we show up. We want to show up and then the kids feel like they're getting honored. Like when they start on the bus, like people actually look up to them and like it's just so amazing, man. Like when you treat the kids and give them a avenue or a platform where they can go and perform and people clap for them.
Oh,
They may not have nobody clap for them before, but they can know that, man, they clap for us. No, not just you, but for us. It ain't just me. We have a phrase of ministry. Me becomes we. Amazing things happen. Yes, we came together and provided this thing, and now we're doing it. Not you saying, "Well, the band won't be great if I wasn't in the band." No, it ain't because it ain't about you. It ain't about
Right.
you, boy, a young
right.
lady. It's not about you. It's about us. So you're joining a community, and we're providing hope for you to know that you're not in this thing alone. We're here together. So it's awesome, man.
That
It's
is so
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Tell us a little
Wow.
bit about Soundwood Music.
Soundwood Music is where I DJ. I go and do a lot of weddings, and I actually have a radio station with me and my dad. Created. He was in the radio business for over 30 some years, and we do that now together. Something that I created to help my dad and my dad me and his relationship grow. And it's something that's good. Faith Free Radio, but Soundwood Music is something that we use. It's my business. I go out and DJ, and I also consult too. I provide churches with consulting on that audio and visual equipment, just make sure that they're saving money, but also getting the right equipment for that thing. And so I'm just grateful for all the awesome gifts that God has given me, man, to help others. And so I'm always helping somebody, so it's a good
I
thing to
think
do,
that's awesome.
Okay, yeah, that is great. That is great. Let me put this up here. Since Robin Wise said you're the best DJ.
That
Hey, Miss
is so
Wise.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah. I think that Robin Wise is one of our subscribers. So if that's her, thank you.
Awesome, awesome,
And
awesome.
and if
Her
it's
and her
not, you have
husband
a
are
twin
very
out there
supportive,
somewhere.
man. Great people, great people.
Yeah. Okay.
That is so commendable. I mean, definitely, you're I mean, you're doing an awesome thing, and I'm always, and here at the magazine, we are always in support of anyone that gives back to the community and supports the community, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So you're definitely doing a good thing. I don't know about the waking up on a Saturday morning with some children's, but
That just shows he's dedicated to the community.
that's dedication. Like,
Yeah.
no,
And that's
but
that's the
honestly, I
kind of
think
thing we
that's
like.
so awesome.
And he's a deacon in church. So
Yes.
I love it. Absolutely.
yeah.
So if there were children out there that want to, tell their parents, I want to, I seen, Deacon Underwood on the show. I want to join it. How could they find you? Where could they find you? You know.
They can go to embracinglegacy.org, embracinglegacy.org. And that's a nonprofit that the band falls under. Um,
Oh,
we created it so we can have more. We have an arts program. We have a choir. We have a robotics team. We have a JSAT where we teach kids
robotics.
essay. Yes, ma'am. All under Embracing Legacy. And so this is our way of our nonprofit of how we attract donors to help continue on the vision of reaching these young people. And so the marching band started first, but now we have Embracing Legacy, which is an overarching organization, nonprofit 501(c) to help us get money in so we can continue on the vision of reaching these young people. It's not just doing, oh, look at that little nice thing that y'all doing. No, it takes a lot to do what we do. And we do that through Embracing Legacy. And so we teach kids SAT prep, free SAT prep training to help them
Oh,
with the
wow.
SAT. We have a Dr. Kinsley who does that. And so we do a lot of different things in the community. And so our word, just trying to spread the word, let them know we're here. We are a tool that you can use. Don't give up on the young people. Send them somewhere. Give them something positive to look forward to and be a part of, and it's going to change their life.
Yeah, and I like what Rhonda just said. Can you put that statement up, Gerald? Because I think that says a lot. Because
Another
you
one of our
don't see it that.
subscribers.
Yeah. It's great
Absolutely.
to see men working with our children, and that's huge. Like,
Yeah.
I think that is kudos. Like, that's huge because it's not that often seen, unfortunately. So for you to be out there and hitting the pavement like that with these kids is just commendable, like off the Richter scale. So I definitely, so good statement, Rhonda. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that about wraps it up for you. But we appreciate you coming by this evening. It's always a
Thanks for
blessing.
having me.
It's always a
Yeah,
blessing
and
to have somebody
definitely,
from Revealing Truth Ministry. So
yeah, and definitely we can have you on again, maybe with a couple of the kids, so they
That'll
can
be
kind of
awesome.
talk about, their experience and kind of how it changed their lives. So I think that would be good to do as well. So we'll
Absolutely.
be in touch because we're gonna get you again. You're not gonna get rid of us just yet.
Yeah, all right.
we
Thank you
know
guys
how to
so
reach
much.
you. We know
Yes.
how to reach you. So all right.
Thank you
Be
so
Yeah.
in
So
touch.
much.
I think,
All right.
yeah.
Have a
So
good
we'll
evening.
definitely
You
reaching out
too.
again.
All right.
Be blessed.
Thank
Be blessed.
you. Yes, Deacon Underwood.
Deacon Underwood. Yeah. Thank you,
Deacon
Renata
Underwood.
Smith, for recommending
I
him
love
as
it.
a great,
That
a
is
great
so
person.
awesome.
Some good information out there. So
That
yeah.
is good. Yes. And one of my listeners is on here, Peggy, and I have to get with Florida Poodle Rescue because Peggy, her and I, we rescue the poodles from Florida Poodle Rescue. So we're gonna do a dog segment So Peggy, you got to get with me because we got to get this together. We're gonna get that show together because we're gonna get some of those owners and volunteers on here. So thank you for tuning in, Peggy. I appreciate you.
Okay. Well, it's time to pay some bills.
Let's get to it.
Let's hit this commercial and then we'll be back with Miss Ebony Dixon, the chef.
Yes. Let's get to it.
All right.
All right. I had to
Now make
get
sure
me
y'all
some
tune into that radio station every Sunday night. We play. We have a slow jam section with R Dub, a national radio show that comes on every Sunday night between 8 and midnight. LifeBroadcasting.com. So make sure you tune into that.
Wait, keep talking for a minute because I need to go get me a cough drop because I'm about to cough.
Well, let me introduce Miss Ebony Dixon. I'll read her bio. So Ebony Dixon is a 25-year-old chef who first started in the culinary industry at 19 after winning the food competition at Daytona Beach Church across from Bethune Cookman University. She won Best Appetizer, which sparked her interest. She thought to herself, well, if I can win Best Appetizer, then I can become a chef. Thus started her culinary journey, working as prep cook, dietary aid cook, chef for the Hilton Caterer private school chef. Ebony is aspiring to make an abundant living as a private chef and caterer. Being a chef has been her dreams since she was 12.
And before we bring her on, she's a mom. She's an entrepreneur. She works every day. She's a mom. She's an entrepreneur. And she works every day. Did I say she a mom?
Yeah.
So, and she's 25 years old. And this is my niece. So it's like, this young lady surprised me when I seen her display because we had an event here at the house. And her whole display was remarkable. I think I was eating meatballs for 3 days and they were still good. That was a surprise. They were good.
Now can we bring her?
Okay, we can bring her on there.
You be gonna talk that whole 20 minutes.
I know.
She won't even get to answer questions.
I be wanting to brag, man.
The poor child is sitting in the waiting room waiting. Well, hi, Ebony. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thought I wasn't gonna get to meet you there for a second because that long talk there. Take up the whole 20 minutes.
So go ahead. You guys can ask him questions. Yes, because she's
since 12 years old, you wanted to be a chef. What got you started there? You know, did you watch people cook? Or?
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Anthony Bourdain. I used to watch a lot of his cooking. I remember waking up to watching cooking shows. My mama always used to put cooking shows on for me. And I don't know. I was like, that's gonna be me one day. And when I grew up, I went to college for psychology. And then I didn't like it because it felt like she was trying to make us learn and she wasn't teaching us. So I want to do something else. I know I can cook. So I transferred to hospitality management. And they told me that they have a restaurant aspect of their program. So we did Cut Paradise, and I just know I want to be a chef. So I followed my dreams through hospitality, and then I got into the industry, being a prep cook, and yeah,
Okay.
I always knew.
Okay, you know, I kind of like the way you started it out because you spoke it into existence when you were 12. You know,
I speak a lot of things in my life into existence.
But at 12, though, that's a truly great thing that you spoke that at 12, and then you went out and you made it happen. You know, faith without works is dead. You know, but you know you had the faith, you did the work, and there you are, 25 years old, you're doing the thing, and. So your dream, I see, is to be a private chef and caterer, and I think you're going to be well on your way to doing that, especially if you always speaking that into your spirit. So you know, here we always talk about positivity. So What's your favorite dish that you like to cook?
Don't you say the meatballs, because those were my favorite.
Everybody asks me this
It's for
question.
her to cook, not for
Okay,
you to
so-
eat.
I always say I don't have a favorite because I like to challenge myself in the kitchen. I cook the same thing over, to perfect it. But as far as something that's like my favorite, I like to cook everything. I like to learn. I'm continuously challenging myself and pushing myself. So I don't really have a favorite to cook. I don't. I cook everything.
Okay.
I like to
Okay.
stuff chicken. I like to pasta. I taught myself how to make pasta a couple months ago. That was fun. I taught myself how to bake from scratch a couple months ago. That was fun. But, I'm always challenging myself and doing new things.
Okay. So it says, Ebony, what are your future dreams in culinary arts?
My future is to open a kitchen called Sincerely's Kitchen, and it will be like a live jazz restaurant. It's
Okay.
like
Now,
somebody's
okay.
living room,
Uh-huh.
but it's a jazz restaurant. So Sincerely's Kitchen, homemade food with a little razzle dazzle, So
Okay.
that's my dream. My dream is to own my own restaurant, my own kitchen.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. So Ebony's like, let's get down to the root of it, because you're, like I said, you're a mom, and I just commend mothers, single moms that are out there grinding and doing what they do. It's not easy. How do you keep your focus? How do you keep your grind? How do you stay on top of your desire?
I do everything when he's at daycare and when he's asleep. Really, that's
Yeah.
That's the only
That's the
time, like in
plan.
between, like when I take a 30-minute break at work, I'll do my menu samples for clients that came to me for quotes, and I try to get it out to them on time. But it was hard trying to find time management with being a mom and being an entrepreneur and working and trying to have a life. So I don't really have a life. I'm just working and entrepreneuring right now. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But when he sleep and when he at daycare, I get the job done.
Yeah. And one of the other things that impressed me with you is that when we were doing the gathering here at the house, you still kept it professional. You was like, I was scared to like, excuse me, ma'am, like, chef, I have a question. Like, you were professional, and I love that about you. And even though we all family, like, she sent me a contract. Like, she was like, I was like, wait, hold on. But I think that's so commendable. And how do you keep that, again, that professionalism? Because again, day to day life is challenging, so how do you keep it professional and keep it cute in all reality?
I like to say I have two different personalities. In the kitchen, I'm Ebby. At home, I'm Ebony. So nobody at home calls me Ebby. Everybody at work knows I'm Ebby. So I'm Ebby at work. I get down to the nitty gritty and I'm focused. And when I'm at home, I'm relaxed. I'm Ebony. I'm Eb, whatever they call me at home. So that's how I do it. I just have to.
So you know how to separate the two.
Yeah, I have to leave home at home. And when I come to work, I'm just a whole different person.
You just had to put that up there, right, Gerald?
I have to.
It was a slip of the finger.
But I love that. I think that's because, again, we have to be professional even with family. We have, because that's your business. So I definitely understand that. Oh my gosh, I don't want to keep bombarding with the questions. So go ahead, Gerald. I'm gonna try and
so I'm curious. When I read your bio, I'm curious to know what that appetizer was you made.
Oh, I made a stuffed goat cheese sweet pepper with chili sauce. Okay. And I goat cheese tastes so weird to me. Like it tastes like spoiled milk. I love
goat cheese.
I don't like blue cheese. And some people love blue cheese, but it's so moldy and to see it like big. Oh my gosh. So the goat cheese, I had seasoned it really, really well, and then I smoked it in the oven with some Gouda, and I love Gouda. That's my favorite. Gouda on top with the goat cheese, and I don't know how I won. I don't even know how I won. I didn't think I was going to win. I was going to get chefs, people who had businesses, and I was a sophomore in college, and I was just try and get it. I don't know. God was like, just do it, Ebony, just do it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
All right. So Renata asks, have you been inspired by your surroundings or anything that brings inspiration to your dishes?
I like to look at what's in season. I look on like Pinterest to see like what's in style now with cooking, and I just got a flavor book, a flavor Bible, a flavor Bible for Christmas, and so in that book is just like a bunch of different foods and what's supposed to match together and flavors. So I recently did a turkey burger with poached bourbon pears, arugula, and truffle aioli sauce, and it was so good. Like the flavors was just like fireworks in my head. Like it was so amazing. And so I just like to look at what's out now and like see how I can put my own twist to it. So that's what
right, because I seen that I think this was a couple of weeks ago that I seen that you're doing like a Valentine's thing and you're offering people to. So what are you what are you including in that dish or dishes, I guess?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I remember the menu. That menu, listen, I prayed on this. This menu is the same menu I used last year, and I didn't get any orders last year. And so this year, I redid the menu a little bit, changed it a little bit, but it's the same exact menu from last year. And I got a client for it. And so I'm only including, it's one dinner. It was from February 12th through the 14th. So if somebody couldn't have a Valentine's Day on the 14th, they could do it before. So I did get hired for the 14th. And the dish is a red velvet brownie that I made in 2019. A red velvet brownie with vanilla ice cream. And I'm doing creme brulee. And I'm also doing a surf and turf, a stuffed salmon, and lobster dip. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm reading the comments. So yeah, I'm doing.
Oh yeah, we will read them for you, but it's okay. You can read them.
Well, you know, she's 25, so she
I redid it, and I was like, Lord, please let me get some orders on this. I didn't get no orders last year. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be.
Right.
So.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So, and I'm not sure if Gerald asked this question, but what made you get into cooking? Like, why cooking? Why not, not to put anyone else out there, but why not makeup and hair and, all the fluffy, pretty stuff? Why cooking?
My parents always told me I can do whatever I put my mind to. Like can't was not in my vocabulary. My mom used to pop me. You say can't, you can do it. And so I used to want to be a fashion designer. I used to want to be a teacher. I used to want to be a nail tech. And my daddy literally bought me everything that I wanted to do. And when I was 12, I asked my mom to teach me how to make Thanksgiving dinner. And she did. And just so happened, my parents got divorced 2 years later. Maybe I just knew it was going to happen. But that was my first time making a Thanksgiving. I made a Christmas dinner when I was 14. That was my first time. My daddy bought me everything, and I made it. The pie was a little bit too sweet, but you know what? He still ate it. And I just knew cooking was for me since then because I loved it. It was so much fun. I've never done anything in my life that felt so much. Like, I just felt like I'm a kid in a candy shop when I cook. That's how I feel.
So do you seek to be because granted, I know you're going to open up the restaurant. So prior to opening up the restaurant, are you going to include like private chef, catering? Like, is that going to just be another entity of the restaurant?
I still want to include that. I want it to be. I don't want the restaurant to be like a hostess at the front. I want it to be like you come in, sit in, you come to the front, you order, you get your food type of restaurant. I never wanted to deal with host or hostess from being in college, and we had the trial run, see how it went. I didn't really like dealing with the host and hostess because I had a student tell me that she wasn't going to serve the table, and I was like, how you not going to serve the table? I was going to get served. You know what I'm going to do? And I got tips, and I kept it. I didn't give her nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I definitely understand that. So if people wanted to get in touch with you and, test out or have, their function catered, how could they do that?
You can email me at sincerely.chef.eb@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook on sincerely.chef.eb, and that's how you can contact me.
And everyone that's watching and listening, she also does like these, I don't know what you call them, Ebony, because when you're doing the baking and you have it online on social media and you show them when you did like the red velvet and the
Oh, they're
banana
called
pudding, all of
trifle
that stuff.
cups. It's
Yeah.
trifle cups. It's like little cake with chocolate and cream. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, okay.
I do
Well,
brownie, I
again,
do banana pudding, I do
mhm.
tres leches and strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, so that's the thing, you guys can go in there and see those little features that she does and order those as well because girlfriend doing her thing. Again, she's a mom. She's a sister. She's a daughter. She's a friend. She's an entrepreneur. This is
But
a lot for a woman,
do
especially
you
a
have
black woman. It's a lot. And I commend her. And she's doing the thing at 25.
25?
I wasn't.
Do you have like, you have like Italian American? Do you have a certain food that you like to cook?
I do no, not really. I learned American, I learned Italian, I learned Japanese and Peruvian when I was working at the Marriott.
Oh.
I learned Indian. So I want to learn a lot of stuff. I don't really have a favorite. So no, I don't.
So
For dinner, I cook different stuff every night. I just had ramen Asian bowls I made, and then tomorrow I'm making butter chicken. So
okay.
You
a
just
little bit
enjoy
of
cooking.
When you open your restaurant, you're going to specialize in different areas or just one
yes.
type? There you go.
It'll
Okay.
be different. It'll be different.
Okay.
That
I
is
like
going to be so awesome. I
that.
can't
Okay.
wait.
So she got us all saying when she opens up restaurant,
Yeah, she's
we
going
don't
to
have
do
no
it.
doubt
Yes,
about
I
it.
She's
I
going
love
to
that
do it. Yeah.
positivity.
It's already done. I
All right.
love it.
All
Well,
right.
thank you, Miss Ebony, Chef
Thank
Ebony.
you. Thank you
That
guys.
is your new name. We're not even gonna call you like it's Chef Ebony.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming by and
I
talking
appreciate
to
you
us
for
tonight.
having me. Have a great
All right.
night.
And did
You
we
too.
put her information out? We put
Yeah,
her
I did.
okay, we did. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
cool.
Have
All
a good
right, I'll be
evening.
back
You too.
on once the
Bye.
restaurant is open.
Okay.
All right. I will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, see she
All
is
right.
awesome. Let me tell you, I mean, did you see the pictures that we posted when
I did
she
not.
did the when she catered the what was it, New Year's Eve event that we
I don't
did?
think I did. I don't think I did. I mean,
Oh
I
my
couldn't have.
gosh, the display was insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. You didn't even want to touch it because
Okay.
it was so like elegant.
All right.
All
I'm sure
right.
it was nice. I'm gonna have to check it out one day.
Yeah. I want one of them
So,
meatballs again now. So let's stop talking about it.
so we
Okay, so we have to go to another commercial.
now
So
we
let's
have
go
to do
to a
our
commercial
shout outs.
break.
We missed the shout outs.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
You sick. We'll count it. We'll count it up
I'm
to you
so
being
good.
sick.
So what's your shout out
Her
today?
sick. Her sick. Well, as you
Yeah,
know, I
I'm not
traveled.
feeling good. So
Yeah. As you know, I traveled to Tampa this past weekend, trying to run from the cold. Get down there
yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. It's cold. It's below 40 degrees in Tampa. I was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be up there with Tina. So cold weather. So I came back on yesterday, Tuesday, and I met the nicest, the best flight attendant ever coming back. I mean, she just made everybody on the plane just happy, and it was just a good time. So it just made me wanted to recognize as the shout out the flight attendants, and because they can put up with a lot. I read a story about American Airlines and how this rude passenger got on everybody's nerves in the whole airplane. So you just imagine what those people go through day in and day out, helping us getting from one place to another. So I want to shout out all the flight attendants, especially the Southwest flight attendants, because that's where I always fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you call them at first?
I
When you
call
was
them
telling me?
I call them flight
No, you
attendants.
call them stewardess. I'm like, Gerald, that's what they call no more.
I can't, but I'm still old school. Flight attendant.
Yes, my old school. But that is a good one because you definitely, it's hard work. So
Yeah,
when
because you was on the
when you
plane
run
too, so
across one
you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm like, I've been there. They called us air waitresses. That's how much they respected us. They said air waitresses. They didn't even call us flight attendants.
Right.
So you won't get rich doing it, but you can travel the world. So,
Right.
but you have some really good ones out there. So good job. All
All
right.
right.
So we can go to a commercial break.
Yep. So we're gonna pay some bills, and then we're gonna come back and meet Mr. Derek Holmes.
Yeah, to get some more cough drops.
All right.
I'm miserable, man.
Hi, I'm Gerald C. Anderson Sr., co-host of the Lyfe Live. The Lyfe Live is the voice and soul of the people, and when the people speak, we listen. Thanks to feedback from our viewers, we're branching out with a new initiative to support youth authors and the Lyfe Live show. Through an application and selection process, the Inspiring Youth Authors program will provide publishing packages absolutely free to youth authors who have not been sponsored previously through the initiative and are aged 8 to 18. Your donations totaling $500, along with the complimentary services of the Lyfe Publishing, will enable one child to achieve dreams they previously thought unattainable. In appreciation, all donations of $100 or more will be acknowledged by our bi-weekly radio show. Donations of $500 or more will be acknowledged on the show and in our printed publication, The Lyfe Magazine. Thank you in advance for partnering with us to inspire our youth. Visit www.thelifelive.com for more information.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
So of course we
get
have
this author thing off the ground here. So get some kids.
yeah, we got to get these authors like going.
Antaun
And look
got
at
the
my
marching
doctor,
band.
my Dr. Rainey. Can you put my Dr. Rainey like statement up there because she cares about me? Thank you. And could you read it out loud, please?
Tina, I pray you'll feel better. Plenty of rest and fluids. Lord.
Thank you, Dr. Rainey. See, that's why I love her.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, but I'm gonna get some fluid. I'm gonna get some. But all right, so we have our next fabulous guest.
Yes, we have Mr. Derek Holmes Jr. Derek Holmes Jr. is the founder and owner of 25 Thoughts greeting cards and apparel. Founded in 2018, 25 Thoughts collaborates with over 150 stores, organizations, and special events across the country. Prior to entrepreneurship, Holmes held positions in the NFL, youth sports, NASCAR, and AAA. So Derek Holmes, come on to the stage.
Mr. Holmes. Welcome home.
Yeah, one thing that Derek that wasn't in Derek's bio is he played in Standing Firm. So he's always going to be one of my favorites.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I was looking at him like because he looked familiar, and I was like, well, let me not say anything. I am sick.
Yeah, he was on the stage, and since then, you see he's done some remarkable stuff, collaborating with 150 stores. I was blessed with one of his shirts, the 813 shirt. I love it, wear it all the time.
Very first one.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, Derek.
Thank you.
This was founded in 2018, so I had a lot of interaction with you in 2015. So 3 years later, you came about with this. So what happened in those 3 years? Did you have this idea, and you just been working it, or how did you come about getting 25 Thoughts going?
Well, entrepreneurship, man, it's always ran in my family. My dad has been a business owner and entrepreneur for close to 30 years. And I got to watch firsthand growing up. The plus, the minuses, the ups and downs of that. But just the overall reward of having that kind of lifestyle, if you will. But with me specifically, it kind of came about, I would say 2017. I got married in the summer of 2017. And so me and my wife were expecting our first kid during the holidays. And I was looking for a holiday card that really spoke to me, spoke to like my wife, sounded like something I would say, and couldn't find it. So we made our own holiday cards, sent them out to family, announced that we were having, our first kid. And I don't know, it got the wheels turning like, man, you've seen Hallmark, you've seen some of these other people try mahogany and, XYZ, but it's like, it's really not something that truly exists, at least to me, at that point in time, that was actually designed and made and distributed by us. So I took a crack at it in 2018. And I remember being in the hospital with my wife as our son was being born and, doing all the paperwork for my first wholesale store relationship up in Atlanta. I always love to say my company is Tampa made, but it was Atlanta born or launched or whatever you want to say, as that was the first place that actually started carrying it retail. And how it kind of got to where it is today. Greeting cards, that was kind of my first love when it comes to entrepreneurship, being able to, make these cards that were, in my opinion, authentic to, the people that, that resonated with me or with just me and my, close friends or whatnot, period. But I'd learned very early if I was going to be successful in entrepreneurship, I was going to have more than, one product or more than one thing that was going to generate revenue. And one thing I learned early about greeting cards is as much time and effort as you put into these designs, pictures, and writing these, 4, or 8-line, things, people are expecting to pay $1 or $2 for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're expecting to pay $1 or $2 for them. It's like you got to find a way to get them made for like 50 cents, $1. And yeah, so once the numbers once that math started mathing, it was like, yeah, how can I reimagine these concepts that I'm putting on paper? What else can I do to grow it? And to grow it and to expand. And that's where the t-shirts kind of came from. It's like, you know what, if I can put it on paper, why can't I put it on a t-shirt? And so that was kind of the whole idea of even pivoting into t-shirts, into apparel. The first line, if you will, of merchandise, of apparel and accessories, I dubbed it and trademarked it Tampa Made. Because and quite simple, I wanted it to be a line inspired by the city, So one of Gerald, you have one of my first t-shirts, which is just the logo. I had to, in high school, it was popular, to have, your middle finger facing down, but I knew that wouldn't sell. So change it a little bit to your pointer finger face down, making the letter T into Tampa Made. But, in my head, but in my head, thank you. In my head, I wanted to highlight all these cool things about Tampa Bay, about Tampa. And so I remember sitting in traffic and doing the first rendition of this streetcar t-shirt. And it wasn't quite right. I played around with it for, a few weeks. And, ironically, I took it out to, I got the t-shirt start at the Ybor City Saturday Market. So I wake up early Saturday mornings, go to Ybor City Saturday Market, go to Temple Terrace Saturday Market, with this streetcar t-shirt, trying to see, if it's something that, people would like. And I would go sometimes and not sell one t-shirt. People like, man, that's cool. What else do you got? I didn't have anything else at that point in time. You know, all I really, you know, I was doing this, you know, on the side. So all I really could afford was like, you know, a couple of t-shirts here and there. So that's how, you know, it was like, okay, you know, and then you're listening to like some of the things people are saying, but then you also still have the whole concept in your head of what you want to do. And so like my tagline is for the culture, by the artist, simply put. So if you look at any of my t-shirts, they're only one color or two colors because it's simply put. You know, it's for the culture. Everything you see is culturally, it's culturally inspired. You know, but it's not 7, 8 different colors. It's not. It's not this. It's not that. Simply put. So I ran with that at the markets for a couple of years, and then you know, 2020 came. I will say like 2019 came, and you know, thought, hey, you know, let's see. You know, I wanted to. I wanted to pitch it, you know, see if it would work, you know, in a gift shop, in a local gift shop, you know, and being in the Ybor City Saturday Market, first place I kind of thought, you know, to pitch was the Ybor City gift shop that they have down there, there with the Ybor City Museum. Kind of took it on, you know, they bought a small batch of them, and I still in a museum out in Plant City. They bought a small batch, you know, so it's a couple of places buying small batches of these t-shirts, you know, of these really simplistic design t-shirts. And I would say my first true break with the shirts, with the brand and all, definitely came with the Tampa Museum of Art. Being able to outfit, you know, a large portion of their gift shop, you know, right before the pandemic happened. That was pretty, you know, that kind of, I would say locally, definitely, or regionally, I would say put me in a place where I could at least get some callbacks, email back, you know, get on the phone and somebody ask, you know, who are you type of thing.
Right.
So being able to have, you know, that kind of reference was great.
Right.
But yeah, that's where it kind of all started. That's where it started.
Okay. So Renata asked, how did you come up with the logo catchphrases for your products?
Yep. So there's two different logos that I use. The 25 Thoughts logo is what I use nationally. It's black stars. I wanted, you know, I felt like I feel like I'm a star, so it's that black star with the slogan underneath, for the culture, by the artist, simply put. And then with the Tampa made, as I was alluding to earlier, I knew I couldn't, you know, have a middle finger on a shirt pointing down. So I changed it to the pointer finger, and that's kind of how I kind of ran with. That's how I ran with that, spelling out the word Tampa Bay with 8 and 3 in the knuckles.
So Anthony Manuel asked, was it intimidating to jump into an industry you didn't have traditional training in?
That's a good question. Yeah,
very, very, because I don't have a degree in art, design, graphic design, or anything like that. And you know, people are brutal, especially when you're trying to sell a product and sell something that they need to in turn resell to people, or something that you want them to wear and be proud of. And so early on, especially when I was really in the infancy of learning design and graphics and that sort of thing, you know, it was some very harsh but good criticism that I would get from, you know, artistic, you know, directors at different museums or buyers or whatnot. Yeah, very intimidating, but you know, I learned quick. You know, you learn quick that if you ever, you know, you want to do something, especially doing something on your own, it's not for the weak-hearted or weak-minded.
and not only that, just think about it, like, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, when I go to, you know, buy a birthday card or anniversary card or something, like, we never really know who's behind that card. So with now, this makes me look at, you know, the whole greeting card industry differently, because it's like, wow, there are individuals out there, Black, white, Chinese, Japanese, what have you, that create these, you know, greeting cards and so forth. But what made you say See, I done lost my cough drop. What? We keep it real here at Lyfe. We keep it real. We keep it real.
I always just shaking my
I
head.
done lost my cough drop. I done lost
Shaking
it
my
now.
head.
Like, listen, it is what it is. I don't feel good. So, back to my question. What made you come up with just 25? Why say 25?
So I came up with the name 25 Thoughts. Came up with the name 25 Thoughts because the idea of the company started when I was 25 years old, working at NASCAR, and the company itself, the greeting cards, the original greeting cards, they're all quote unquote the mind of a 25-year-old, the thoughts of a 25-year-old. So
Okay.
that's where the 25 Thoughts came from. Quite honestly.
Okay. I was because I was wondering why 25, you know.
Yeah,
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
So we'll ask, do you have any future plans or projects for the future?
Yes, I do. So this is year 6, and it is the 4th. This is coming into the 4th year that I've been doing my line of products full time as an entrepreneur. And so looking ahead, there's a bunch of 5K events. I've branched out. I've grown it a lot on the West Coast. So doing a lot with museums out in California, out in Arizona, but also, growing it as well here in Florida. I've been able to collaborate. I got some collaborations, continuing to come out with different products up in the Philadelphia market as well as Baltimore. So I got great relationships with the African American Museum of Philadelphia, the Lewis Museum there in Baltimore. Done right before the holidays, did something. I got a chance to do a project with the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute with their STEM program.
Oh.
Yep. So I got a chance when the Super Bowl was here to be one of the official designers for Visit Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl merchandise that was sold at that was given out at Armature Works. Design stuff for the World Series, for partners of the Diamondbacks for the World Series. And so that's some of the stuff that has transpired. And then looking ahead to, 2024, some of the things that are coming through the pipeline, getting a lot more into events, getting a lot more into camps, strengthening some of the, expanding on some of the relationships and partnerships I have with NAACP chapters across the country that carry my merchandise, Urban League, Black Nurses Association. A lot of these civic organizations I started on greeting cards, and now we're, I hate using the word upselling, but now we're expanding that relationship to include their official merchandise, doing their tote bags, doing their t-shirts,
I think that is
hoodies,
and
things like that.
That is so awesome.
So I think in 2024, I know in 2024, that's kind of where the focus of my company is going to be, is less probably. I'm still going to do stuff for stores. Definitely will always, do the retail portion of it. But you will see a lot more of my company, in the special event, in the and in the civic organizations, and also a new vertical that I'm saying vertical, like I'm talking corporate America, my bad. Also a new also a new product line that I was able to launch, that I was able to get off the ground with some help and advice from some amazing people, is doing PTA school spirit wear. So there's about 5 schools across Orlando, and then Pinellas, Hillsborough, and Pasco County that I do the school wear, school spirit wear for their school. Some designs, and even I got my first high school athletic booster club that I do all the athletic fan wear that they sell at the games to their fans. So a little different, definitely. It's some different markets, different things. What I kind of started the company as, but I feel a little bit more confident today being able to do those things because it's just magnifying some of the things I was doing when I was selling the t-shirts, on the
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You ever thought about collaborations like with florists, like places that just sell flowers and kind of make it where's, if they buy a certain flower or bundle of flowers, they get, a sample card of yours of some sort.
So it's funny you asked that, because when I first started, those were the first companies I would reach out to. And long story short, back to that question about intimidating coming into a new industry, the graphics just weren't there at that particular time.
Gotcha.
The idea was the graphics weren't, and that's probably
That makes
10
sense.
times more important. So, so I would say now that is something I may I don't know. I don't know if that is, collaborating with florists. If that's something like presently that I would look into, just because, speaking with some of those florist shops and knowing the volume that they do, so, and that's kind of always the thing with greeting cards, especially retail. So you always have to kind of measure that risk.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. You know what works for you. So, yeah.
So Renata asked, would you open your own home-based store?
It's a good question. And by the way, Renata is actually the first and only person I've ever had be a model for my company. So shout out to Renata. If you go on my website and you hit the find us or hit the apparel, that's Renata actually on the website.
Yeah.
So shout out to Renata. Would I ever open my home-based store? I honestly don't know. That hasn't really. I've been more focused and more intrigued with opening my own production shop as opposed to my own store. I don't know about my own. I don't know about my own store. That may be a long-term thing, but short term, even medium term, thinking that's just, I'm more focused, I think, right now on production, opening my own production, than I am my actual own retail store.
Okay.
That's good. I like that though. So where can we get these t-shirts? Because I want one. Gerald got one. I want one now.
Yeah. So So if you ever get a chance to visit my site, 25thoughts.com, and check out the apparel. There's a laundry list of stores all across the country that sell my t-shirts. If you want something, Tampa specific, you can definitely visit Tampa Bay, or I'm sorry, Unlock Tampa Bay is the name of the gift store. With Visit Tampa Bay, the Hotel Hyatt carries some of my carries a batch of my shirts. They've been they've been available at the boutique there in Sparkman Wharf. But you can go across the country. I mean, you're up. I know Gerald's up there in DMV.
Where's Cole?
Yep. So I got some pretty cool, and I even got hoodies and crew neck sweaters.
What about hats?
Lewis Museum.
Like hats.
Look, I do the caps for golf courses and country clubs and stuff. I don't. One day. So you can. If it's on my site, you can definitely go on there, check the apparel, and see all the places that carry it. I try to do my best to update it as much as possible. So,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out and get me a shirt, because he can't be the only one. Because he's gonna be like, I got one.
Well, I've had mine for years, so it's like.
See, he just gotta add that.
He got hit. Yeah,
I wore it everywhere, so I know he got.
Man, I was gonna say he got in. Yeah.
Anyway,
he got in ground level.
Man, where you get that shirt from? You can't get one of these. I guess I'll hook you up.
But thank you so much for being on the show. I mean, we definitely got to have you back on and kind of have you see where you're going and how how the business is going. Because we also want to kind of support that in any way that we can, of course, so anything we can do to help, I mean, let us know. So
thank you.
Oh, Renata says she has a few. Okay, good. please, Renata, thank you. See, somebody cares. You know, you guys just evil.
She didn't say she was giving it to you though.
She said that. I can read between the lines. That's what she said. She said it. Don't be hating.
But now, Derek, I put the link then in the to the audience so everybody has it, 25thoughts.com. So
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
That was good. All right, Mr. Holmes. All right. I like that. Oh, what my husband say? What he say? He's so proud of his wife. She did a beautiful job, even though she been sick all week. Yes, it's been horrible. Thank you, honey.
Go ahead, Will. Do your thing, man.
And then 5 minutes later, he gonna yell at me for something.
You know, you kind of have that effect.
I get all the fluff right now.
You have that effect on people, though.
But once again, another great show. I mean, even with the congestion and everything, it's like, hey, I sound like a disc jockey. What the heck? So it's all good. But thank you guys again for tuning in. And we have a couple of announcements that we're gonna do later in the week. Because we have a fabulous intern that I love our intern. Don't you love him, Gerald?
Nick is wonderful. So he's doing a great job.
I love. So we're gonna do a couple of announcements in regards to him, and we're gonna start doing a couple of other things. And we're also gonna try and be a little more consistent with the posting. Because we know we haven't been quite the best in that arena, but we're going to try and do that more now that we have a little bit of help and assistance, because we want to kind of keep you guys connected and in tune with all of what we're doing. And it's so much that we're doing, because we now have a multimedia platform. It's like you name it, we have it. So we have print, we have video, we have radio. So we're going to definitely try and do better in that arena. But again, if there's something that you think that you guys think that we should, tap into or kind of be a part of, let us know. You can reach us on social media. We're everywhere. So just reach out and kind of just let us know. Okay. But thank you all again. Thank you, Renata, Anthony, Vanita. Is it Vanita? Tom? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Peggy. Thank you, everyone. Will, Charles, Diane, and Dr. Rainey. She's my favorite.
Dr. Rainey, yeah.
So, but thank you guys. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening to my congestion.
Rhonda.
What'd you say?
Rhonda.
I said, Rhonda, yeah, because she had a great question statement. Oh, and John Kill and Beryl also was on. So Anthony, so it's quite a few of you guys were on, and we love your support. We love
real quick, Anthony. We're the
the social hint.
Yeah, we're the Lyfe magazine everywhere.
Yeah.
So look for the Lyfe magazine on all the social medias, and that's us.
Yes, Robin. Thank you so much, Robin. Yeah, just the Lyfe magazine. The Lyfe is everything. So you should be able to, everyone should be able to find us there, right, Gerald? Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you, Renata, and thank you for your T-shirts that you're gonna give me.
Okay.
I can think positive. I'm trying to think positive.
Think positive.
Speak it in existence. Yeah. Isn't that what you said? You know.
So next week, 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
I have to focus on the mission, not the condition.
In 2 weeks, though, who we got in 2 weeks?
Isn't that what the deacon said? The deacon said it.
Who we got in 2 weeks?
Oh, tell them who we have in 2 weeks.
Well, the first person is Vandale. Vandale Andrews.
Oh yeah, Vandale. Oh, the saxophone player. Oh, that's gonna be so.
Yeah.
He's like amazing.
And
And I
then
found him on social media. Yeah.
then we had the poetry corner person who we replayed her video a second time. You know, the Samantha Huddleston.
Yeah, I like
She will
her.
be
Yeah,
on in
definitely.
2 weeks. And then one of our favorites, we love her so much, Carmi Harris is going to be with
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, everybody loves Carmi.
Yes.
She'll be joining us in 2 weeks. So
Good. Yeah. So we have a couple of exciting shows and again, we have a couple of exciting things that's going to be happening once again with Lyfe. So love the life you live and live the life you love.
all
We
right.
outie. I need to
Have
go
a
lay
good evening,
down.
everybody.
Good night.